Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Virgo May 2018 horoscope forecast. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is, as far as May goes, the Sun will be in Taurus from the 1st until the 20th. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time for Virgo, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, attention into higher education, philosophy, religion, in-laws, grandchildren, and publishing. And this could be done with a lot of that Taurus-like ponderous energy, a very plotting, deliberate manner, done with a lot of persistence and very methodically as well, and really in doing it with a lot of that Taurus-like tenacity, and anyway, in a slow but steady manner, perhaps. So if you're trying to embark on some new college education course or what have you, it may be done with a lot of that ponderous energy, a lot of premeditation, and really a lot of thinking prior to actually doing it. So anyway. Well, next thing up, as far as May goes, the Sun will be in Gemini from the 20th until the 31st. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo. So at this time for Virgo, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention into career matters, stature in life, standing in the community, notoriety, recognition, the dominant parent, authority figures, public image, and reputation. And being in Gemini, well, this could be done with a lot of animation, vivaciousness, a very spirited manner, and very lively. But at the same time, be careful, Virgo, because it might be done with a little bit more superficial manner, which could be hard for Virgo, because Virgo is often very punctilious with details and really getting really down with all the little nuances of things. And also it could be done with a little bit of this vicarious Gemini energy. Just be careful, Virgo, that you're not living through other people's, like, say, career accomplishments, for example, when you're dealing with this energy. So anyway. Well, the next thing up is the new moon will be in Taurus on May 15th. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo. So at this time for Virgo, well, this could be like perhaps embarking on a new Taurus, like a higher education college course, such as doing something connected with stockbroker work, banking, finance, cultivation, financial advisor, architecture. This could also be a new period of maybe of a rekindled, maybe a relationship with an in-law or a grandchild, and one that could be very enduring. This could also be a new period for Virgo where perhaps a 9th house matter may be pursued or acted upon, such as publishing, something with higher education or religion, for example, and done with a lot of Taurus-like patience, persistence, and perseverance at this time, or a new philosophy that maybe that Virgo decides to stubbornly stick with through thick and thin at this time, and maybe even a new going back to the in-laws and grandchildren thing. It could be a new period where maybe Virgo starts a rekindled connection with one or those two, and doing so with a lot of that Taurus-like loyalty and steadfastness, or even a connection with the foreigner or someone they meet in long-distance journeys. So anyway, next thing up is the full moon will be in Sagittarius on May 29th. So the 4th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo. So at this time for Virgo, well, Virgo might simply become tired, exasperated, full, so to speak, at perhaps a flighty, reckless, overly blunt, overly voracious perhaps a family member or someone he or she simply feels close to home with. This could also represent perhaps a culmination or completion of a Sagittarius-like project at home. It could be something sports related, something connected with philosophy or religion, something where publishing it may be involved. Also, too, this could be something where a lot of that Sagittarius like emotional energy, strong emotional energy is expressed as full exuberance and enthusiasm and expansiveness, perhaps expressed in something home related, or even getting in touch with one's roots and traditions, and doing so with a lot of that real strong, powerful, positive, emotional Sagittarius like energy at this time. So anyway, the next thing up is Mercury will be in Aries from, as far as May goes, from the 1st until the 13th. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo. So at this time for Virgo, this could be really a lot of, you could say, aggressive, even combative, assertive, outspoken, and forthright communications. Perhaps with somebody, might be that you may be in an intimate or sexual relationship with. It could be with tax examiners, people that you deal with insurance with, or people that are involved with shared resources with you. It could be a lot of original and extemporaneous pioneering thinking going on between, like, that you're expressing to a sexual partner or someone you're in an intimate relationship with. And you're more apt to be more mentally impatient with this person at this time, or these people. And also regarding 8th house matters, whether it could be something connected with astrology, the supernatural occult, such as getting an astrology chart done, or it could be something that is connected with insurance and inheritance, perhaps. Something that might be, that is 8th house related. In some isolated cases, could it be a psychological issue? It could be, in some cases perhaps, but rather isolated, I would say. So anyway, the next thing up is, as far as May goes, Mercury will be in Taurus from the 13th until the 29th. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo. So at this time for Virgo, this could be about a lot of deliberate, ponderous, persistent, methodical, and stable communications, perhaps with in-laws and grandchildren, and expressing your philosophical ideas at this time. It could be where one, if one is involved in higher education, maybe assimilating information through having things demonstrated visually, such as visual learning. Also, too, you might be more unwavering and intractable in your thought process at this time in matters pertaining to philosophy, religion, higher education, dealing maybe with your communications with foreigners, or when you're traveling, or with people you know at a college or university, at a religious congregation, perhaps at this time. And also in your communications with in-laws and grandchildren, perhaps as well. So anyway, well, the next thing up is, as far as May goes, Mercury will be in Gemini from the 29th until the 31st. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time for Virgo, remember that Mercury is more than just about communication. It is over siblings as well, and it could be dealing with maybe Mercurial or Gemini-like siblings that may really might help you maybe with in terms of your career, your stature in life at this time. And also it could be where you're talking Mercury and Gemini in the 10th house energy. This could be about having manifold ideas related to your career, improving it, your stature in life, your reputation and recognition as well. This could be more where you're talking really, where you're more loquacious and talkative, perhaps with the dominant parent, which is often the father, and authority figures as well. And speaking with good eloquence and diction at this time with these people as well, and also in regards to the public image, the reputation at this time, and coming up again with these ideas, perhaps many ideas, to really do something about as far as improving your career and your stature in life, the standing in the community. So anyway, and also too, the next thing I want to get to actually is going to be Venus in Gemini. Now, as far as May goes, Venus will be in Gemini from the 1st until the 19th. So again, the 10th house is what is emphasized and highlighted. So for Virgo at this time, well, this could be about, in some cases, if Virgo is unattached, Virgo could connect with the Gemini Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or simply someone that embodies Gemini-like characteristics. It could be somebody that figures prominently in one's career, their reputation, their stature in life. In some cases, too, this could be about two loves simultaneously. Remember, Gemini energy often likes to do things in twos or even in multiple ways. So anyway, also, too, this could manifest in valuing communications with the dominant parent or person or people in authority at this time as well. And also having enjoyment through mental games such as haiku, Sudoku, Tetris, chess, and people that maybe if you have a rapport with that are in position of authority or the dominant parent, people that might figure strongly in your career, you're prominent in your career one way or the other. And also too, this is about as well just valuing communication at this time, and this could really be seen, as far as what people see in you, because remember the 10th house is the public image, and this is really getting a reputation for valuing communication with others and enjoying that as well. And also things that are, too, when you're talking about Venus and Gemini energy, this could also be money spent on a wide divergence of things, a variety of things to improve the career and attain notoriety and recognition. So anyway, well, the next thing up is, as far as May goes, Venus will be in Cancer from the 19th until the 31st. So the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo. So at this time for Virgo, this could be about expressing a strong love of introversion, and with friends, with acquaintances at this time. This is about really expressing family values as well, really about, and with these same people, perhaps somehow with friends, maybe people that are friends that you might see, like a simulated family members. This could also be generating income, making money, doing something Cancerian-like, such as home renovation, remodeling, siding, roofing, doing something out of the home, a home business, cooking, culinary work, and doing it where it might be tied in to one's goals, aspirations, and future. So anyway, and really having strong family values at this time could really be tied in really to perhaps one's goals, and really in as far as aspirations may go. Family might actually really might be beneficial monetarily at this time as well, to helping you attain goals and aspirations, and also expressing maybe a more love in terms of groups and organizations, and showing more of a nurturing, sympathetic quality perhaps to people that you might be in a group or organization or club. So anyway, next thing up is, as far as May goes, well, Mars is going to be in Capricorn from the 1st until the 16th. So the 5th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo. So at this time for Virgo, this could manifest perhaps in having very strong, consistent, disciplined, and serious energy injected into even creative endeavors, into love, romance, into matters with children. It could be the way this could work out too. There could be about some arguments over responsibilities associated with children, even things that are of an amusement and enjoyment. And with the romantic partner, the situation with these people may be more acrimonious and contentious than usual. There also might be more arguments over politics, government, and business matters. Perhaps with somebody that you're in a love romantic relationship with. It could be children. It could even be with people that you share certain hobbies with or creative interests with. And also too, that remember that Mars is about energy. And I mean, the danger with this is that there can be maybe a little bit consistent and serious energy injected into gambling and things of a speculative nature at this time. So it's just something to be careful of at this time, Virgo. Even though Virgo is a sign that's generally very frugal, still the possibility is increased a little bit, I think, with this when you're talking about this energy. So anyway, next thing up is, well, as far as May goes, Mars will be in Aquarius from the 16th until the 31st. So the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time for Virgo, Virgo might be apt to have some contentious and acrimonious situations, perhaps with people in their workplace, in the daily routine, people prominent in their health life. It could be very unpredictable and unusual arguments. It may be anger over idiosyncratic behavior over somebody connected with the 6th house. Even it could, in some cases, this could be aunts and uncles as well. Remember that the 6th house represents the less dominant parents' siblings. So these could be aunts and uncles as well involved. Now also too, this could be, the way this could manifest and work out is one may inject a lot of selfless and humanitarian energy into things that are service related, that are work related, matters that are that could be with people involved or prominent in one's daily routine, and even with pets in some cases. Now, also too, this could be, in the way this could work out in some cases, just be careful. You're talking about 6th house energy. It could be some unusual accident, perhaps could wind up leading to a health issue or something unanticipated. Maybe some injury occurs with something Aquarius like, such as with the shins or the ankles, maybe just from not being careful and lack of prudence, something that where you might have been trying to do something service or work related for somebody. So anyway, also well, the next thing up is, well, Jupiter will be in Scorpio still, so the 3rd house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo, and it will be retrograde. So at this time for Virgo, well, this could be about having a lot of luck and fortune, perhaps through making a transformation connected maybe with something 3rd house related with a vehicle, perhaps such as rebuilding a vehicle or even recycling in one's neighborhood. Also, this is about going beyond subterfuge and superficiality in communications, and perhaps with somebody that maybe you knew during your early education, perhaps. It's easier. It might be a time where you have where it's fortuitous for really deciphering the character and motives of perhaps siblings, if applicable, with neighbors, people that were involved in your early education. And maybe even too, this could also, the way this could manifest is that, remember that this is going to be retrograde in May. So also this could be about reviewing a deep, profound philosophy that may be connected with siblings, communication, someone prominent in your early, people that were connected with your early education, or just early education in general, and also maybe about unveiling secrets that might be connected with neighbors or with siblings. at this time, or maybe somebody that you know in your short journeys. So anyway, well, next thing up is, well, Saturn will be in Capricorn, so the 5th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo, and it will be retrograde. So at this time for Virgo, well, this could be about number of restrictions and limitations in enjoyment, in the love department, in romance with children, perhaps that could leave Virgo feeling rather despondent, melancholy at this time. And also, in some cases, this could be about taking care of a debilitated or sickly romantic partner or child at this time, or even somebody that you share some kind of hobby with or creative endeavor that you may know well. And it could be something Capricorn related, such as something connected with the knees, the bones, or the skin perhaps, or maybe not the skin, maybe the joints. Anyway, also too, remember that it's going to be retrograde, so this could be about revealing responsibilities to gambling debts. It could be to responsibilities to children, to your love relationship perhaps. And even to your own personal enjoyment in your creative endeavors. In some cases, this could be a government restriction that may prohibit your fun and enjoyment at this time. Also, too, this could also be about working laboriously and with a lot of that consistent, regimented Capricorn energy on something of amusement or with your creative endeavors, or even on a love or romance relationship. So anyway, next thing up is Uranus will be in Aries as far as May goes from the 1st until the 15th. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time for Virgo, this could be about taking on some unusual, bizarre transformation. It could be, this could be something where that could be very unanticipated and unpredicted. Also, too, this could be the way this could manifest is maybe some unusual or unorthodox, unconventional behavior, perhaps from a sexual partner, someone you're in an intimate relationship with. The person might be showing maybe some strong ingenuity, though, as well. It could be unusual activity, very abrupt, unusual activity connected maybe with one's credit card info or something, or might be some kind of something going on where there's some kind of loss or somebody fraudulently uses your credit card somehow, or something, unusual activity connected with shared resources such as a joint checking account. At the same time too, this could be the way this could manifest is having maybe very erratic emotional and moral support at this time. And it could also, the way this can manifest is an unpredictable type surgery might take place, or something that was really, that was a very unusual surgery and something that you didn't necessarily anticipate at this time. So anyway, or even incorporating ingenuity into something 8th house related, over maybe into thoughts on psychology or something other 8th house related, such as the supernatural, the occult, astrology even. So anyway, well, next thing up is Uranus will be in Taurus as far as May goes from the 15th until the 31st. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo. So at this time for Virgo, this could be, the way this could manifest is perhaps a formulation of new ways maybe to make money that can maybe, such as raising money for something connected with higher education or something publishing related. You might see in-laws and grandchildren show some unusual persistence and obstinacy at this time. Also too, this could be, the way this could pan out, it could be about an unanticipated long-distance journey at this time. And also too, having very unique values, and really where in maybe these can be expressed maybe with foreigners or people that you that you might be at a college or university with. And also the way this could manifest and play out is taking some kind of college course perhaps that might be Uranus related, such as electronics, aerospace, astronomy, something with computers. And really, too, friendships might figure more prominently, perhaps in one's philosophy, maybe a higher education choice or religion at this time, or maybe even trying to get something published. So anyway, next thing up is, well, Neptune will be in Pisces, so the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So when you're talking about Neptune, Pisces energy, this could be about strong dissipation and dissolving. And in some cases, this could be about the dissipation, dissolving of a connection, perhaps with a significant other, a marriage partner, somebody that you're in a business partnership with, or even the grandmother, because remember that the 7th house also does represent and reflect the less dominant parent's mother, so that is a grandmother. So anyway, also too, this could be a little bit harder to decipher character composition of others at this time and their motives, and open adversaries might be unclear and nebulous at this time. It might be hard to distinguish the really, the Hatfields from the McCoys, so to speak, and really seeing who the enemies are and which ones aren't. And also too, especially if somebody is involved with the metaphysical, which could include astrology, this could be beneficial perhaps for public speaking on the metaphysical, which could include astrology. Now at this time too, this could be something that could be legal, something legal related that, maybe some legal issues are very nebulous and unclear at best at this time. It could be some unusual disappearance in some kind of legal documents. And really, too, remember that Neptune can be about deception and duplicity as well. So with others in general, Virgo needs to be careful at this time, as Neptune energy, even though Virgo is very detail oriented, when you're talking about Neptune, it still could cloud the things that are associated with the particular house that it's connected with. So Virgo needs to be careful at this time as far as that goes. So anyway, well, the next thing I want to talk about is, Pluto will be in Capricorn still, so the 5th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo. So I know a lot of you don't want me to talk about it, but I do it anyway, is that as far as Pluto and Capricorn, and you're talking about the 5th house, well, Pluto is about death, and this could actually be about, in some cases, isolated cases though, a literal death of a child, of somebody you're in a romantic relationship with, or somebody that you share some creative endeavor with or some hobby with at this time. Now, on the positive side, it could be about the death or a figurative death and obliteration, maybe of something gambling related at this time, especially if what's positive about it is if somebody was losing money and if there was a compulsive gambling situation going on in some isolated cases. Now, this could also be about upheavals and power struggles with a romantic partner or with a child at this time, and you may be even experiencing, these people may be experiencing some kind of obsessive compulsive like behavior at this time, or maybe you are toward them. And in some cases too, this could manifest in compulsive gambling or something with speculation at this time that might be at least borderline compulsive, and it's just something, especially depends of course on the aspects that Pluto is making to points in your natal chart. Say if it's making an adverse aspect to your Jupiter, I think that could inflate those chances, something like that going on. So anyway, well, the next thing I want to get at is that the North Node will be in Leo. So the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo. So at this time for Virgo, well, this could be about the way this could manifest and work out for Virgo is that when you're talking about the North Node in transit, it could often be about issues we have to address and confront. So at this time for Virgo, it could be having to confront perhaps somebody prominent in one's private life, and even could be an aunt or an uncle that might be rather arrogant, domineering, bombastic, even overbearing at this time. And also too, in some isolated cases, it could be about addressing a mental illness such as delusions of grandeur, which could be, I think, associated with the Leo-like type of mental illness, but that's very isolated, I believe. And also, too, about really being maybe more extroverted and gregarious with people in your private life, and aunts and uncles perhaps, and taking pride and dignity in your own personal private life, your seclusion, your solitude, and also perhaps trying to weed out hidden adversaries by using a lot of this Leo-like fortitude and courage. And keep in mind that at this time, you may have to address issues about maybe excessive pride that might lead to oneself undoing at this time. So, and also about exhibiting more generosity and being magnanimous toward people that are less fortunate than yourself, such as the impoverished, the oppressed, and the homeless. Anyway, well, the next thing up is the Black Moon Lilith will still be in Capricorn, so the 5th house is will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo. So at this time for Virgo, well, when you're talking about the Black Moon Lilith, it could be about the revelation or unveiling of a formidable Capricorn adversary or Capricorn-like adversary. It could be a Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or simply someone that embodies Capricorn-like characteristics. It could be a romantic or love partner, or somebody that might even be a child in this particular, in this case, somebody that maybe you were in some group where you shared a hobby with somebody with, or a creative endeavor, or someone you knew at some kind of a place of gambling or speculation or what have you. Also too, when you're talking about the Black Moon Lilith, it also could be about what could put one in a strong state of fear and trepidation. And in this particular case, this could be about maybe relinquishing maybe authority over a child, or even a romantic partner, someone you're in a love relationship with. And also too, I mean, remember the Black Moon Lilith can be about unveiling and revelation, and it's something that maybe you didn't want out of the bag, so to speak, but it does come out. It could be over depressing or limiting or restricted love life, or connection with a child perhaps. Maybe it's some serious problem you got that's associated with gambling that comes out, that's caused you a lot of despondency and maybe even depression at this time. And also it could be where somebody that 5th house related is exhibiting maybe some strong, ruthless, tyrannical, overambitious, or very cold, callous qualities, and this could be a child or someone in a romantic relationship. Anyway, last but not least, Chiron will be in Aries, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Virgo. So at this time for Virgo, remember, talking about Chiron, and it's about emotional wounds and suffering, and this could be about some emotional wounds and suffering connected with lack of enterprise and initiative through making a major change or transformation. It could be matters about not speaking up over an inheritance issue or something with insurance, and also maybe combative and contentious situations with a sexual partner, someone you're in an intimate relationship with. It could be somebody that you're in a shared resources situation with. And really, this could be also the way this can manifest, could be about feelings of unworthiness that could be associated maybe something sexually, or not satisfying the sexual partner, or maybe not doing you feel your part in a situation with a shared resources scenario, or maybe that there might be some maybe an inability to make a major transformation or change in your life. And also this could be some wounds and suffering, even connected with some kind of psychological warfare or battle you're having with somebody. But remember that the Chiron and Aries issues that you might be dealing with, the Chiron and Aries 8th house issues you may be dealing with at this time, Virgo, you may be able to help others with comparable situations, in doing so with a lot of that Aries like courage, fortitude, aggressiveness, assertiveness, and initiative and enterprise. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Virgo May 2018 horoscope forecast. And stay tuned next time, where I will be giving you my Libra May 2018 horoscope forecast. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.